What if I told you that a brand better known for lightweight sports cars just built an EV that claims to rival Porsche's Taycan, not in price, but in performance? This is the Alpine A390, a sleek electric sedan designed to blend European finesse with cutting-edge battery tech. It's lighter, quicker, and far more focused than you'd expect from a newcomer in the EV world. But can it really challenge one of the best electric performance cars ever made? Let's find out. For decades, Alpine has been the quiet genius behind some of Europe's most engaging drivers' cars, light, nimble, and built with a level of finesse that often flew under the radar. But now, the French brand is stepping boldly into the EV era with this, the Alpine A390. It's their first all-electric performance sedan, and it's not just a new chapter for Alpine, it's a full rewrite. At first glance, it looks like a mix of elegance and aggression, sleek LED signatures, sculpted lines that channel airflow perfectly, and proportions that clearly target one competitor, Porsche's Taycan. But while the Taycan dominates the luxury EV segment, the A390 aims to disrupt it, promising the same kind of precision and driver engagement that made Alpine a cult favorite, only now powered by electrons instead of petrol. What makes this launch so fascinating isn't just that Alpine is entering a market packed with giants, it's that they're doing it their own way. Lightweight construction, motorsport-inspired handling, and a focus on feel over sheer horsepower. So, the big question is, can this newcomer really stand toe-to-toe with Porsche's benchmark electric sports sedan? In the next few minutes, we'll dive into the design, the tech, and the drive to find out. Once you get past the Alpine A390's name and the fact that it's an all-new electric sedan from a brand best known for featherweight sports cars, the real story begins when you see it in motion. This isn't just another sleek EV trying to cash in on the luxury trend. The A390 feels different. It's low, sculpted, and looks like it was designed by people who actually drive fast cars, not just sketch them. Up front, those razor-sharp headlights frame an aerodynamic nose that slices through the air like a scalpel. The side profile is all about balance, short overhangs, a wide stance, and a tapered roofline that whispers performance without shouting. Around back, the full-width light bar and subtle spoiler give it just enough drama without crossing into sci-fi concept car territory. Step inside, and Alpine's DNA really shows. It's minimalist but driver-focused, the kind of cabin that feels engineered around you, not just for you. There's Alcantara everywhere, a compact steering wheel, and a massive center display angled toward the driver. Everything feels premium but purposeful. Even the startup sound is distinct, a deep electronic hum that feels closer to a tuned engine note than a futuristic beep. Now, let's talk performance. Underneath, the A390 rides on a dual-motor setup pushing roughly 500 horsepower to all four wheels. But here's the kicker, it weighs noticeably less than most rivals, including the Taycan. Alpine's engineers used lightweight materials and an optimized battery pack that keeps the center of gravity incredibly low. The result? Lightning-fast direction changes and an almost telepathic steering feel that you rarely get in EVs. On twisty roads, the A390 doesn't just accelerate, it flows. You feel that classic Alpine lightness in every corner. It's playful yet composed, agile yet stable. And while the Taycan might have a touch more brute power, the A390 counters with finesse and feedback that's pure sports car DNA. Range? Around 310 miles, according to Alpine, which puts it right in the fight with Porsche's base models. And charging? 10 to 80% in just over 20 minutes with a high-speed DC charger, more than enough for weekend road trips or spirited daily driving. Of course, it's not perfect. Rear visibility is limited thanks to that sloping roofline, and while the tech interface is clean, it's not quite as polished as Porsche's. The suspension, too, can feel a bit firm on rough pavement, a reminder that this car is tuned for drivers who value feel over comfort. But that's the thing, the A390 isn't trying to please everyone. It's aiming for enthusiasts who've been waiting for an EV that doesn't just go fast but feels alive while doing it. And the best part? We haven't even touched on the pricing yet or how Alpine plans to take on Porsche's market dominance head-on. That's where things get really interesting. This is where things get interesting because on paper, the Taycan should easily dominate. It's the benchmark for electric performance sedans, precise, powerful, and proven. But when you actually drive the Alpine A390 back-to-back, something unexpected happens. The moment you dive into a series of corners, the A390 suddenly feels alive in your hands. The steering, sharp, responsive, almost analog in its feedback, gives you that rare EV sensation of connection. The Taycan feels rock solid and clinical, but the Alpine feels like it wants to dance. Each corner becomes an invitation, not a challenge. Then there's the acceleration. The Taycan still hits harder in a straight line, no question. But the Alpine's launch, quick, seamless, and eerily smooth, catches you off guard. It's not brutal, it's balanced. The kind of acceleration that doesn't just shove you back in your seat but pulls you deeper into the experience. Out on a twisty back road, the differences become even clearer. The A390 feels lighter, more eager, and somehow more human. The chassis communicates every texture of the asphalt. You sense the grip shifting under you, the torque vectoring subtly nudging you into the perfect line. It's thrilling, yet controlled, an EV that reminds you what driver engagement should feel like. And here's the real surprise: despite being Alpine's first electric sedan, it doesn't feel like a debut attempt. It feels refined, confident, and dare we say, more fun than the Taycan in the right conditions. But of course, fun isn't everything. Porsche still owns the edge in luxury, polish, and brand cachet. The question now is, does the Alpine's driving soul outweigh Porsche's precision perfection? Because what we just discovered might change how enthusiasts think about electric performance entirely. So, after spending time behind the wheel of both, the verdict becomes clear: the Alpine A390 isn't just a bold debut, it's a statement of intent. This car doesn't try to outmuscle the Porsche Taycan, it outsmarts it by returning to what driving passion is really about: connection, balance, and character. The A390 delivers thrilling agility, precise steering, and that unmistakable Alpine playfulness, now reborn in electric form. It's not perfect, the rear space is tight, the infotainment still has room to grow, and its badge might not carry Porsche's instant prestige in the US. Yet, for drivers who crave something different, something that feels handcrafted for the road rather than engineered for a spec sheet, the A390 might just be the EV that wins their hearts. The Porsche Taycan, on the other hand, remains the gold standard for polish and daily usability. It's quicker off the line, more refined inside, and backed by a brand legacy that exudes confidence. For buyers who want absolute precision, status, and effortless performance, the Taycan still reigns supreme. But here's the twist: Alpine's arrival could shake up the US EV landscape in a way few expected. If this is the starting point, if this is Alpine's first electric effort, imagine what's next. Lightweight, driver-focused EVs that make sustainability feel exciting again? That's the kind of disruption the market needs. So, which one fits you best? The established perfection of the Taycan, or the raw, emotional spirit of the A390? Either way, one thing's certain: the age of the soulless EV might finally be over. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that like button, drop your thoughts down below. Would you take the Taycan's polish or the Alpine's passion? And don't forget to subscribe for more honest, driver-focused reviews. Because this is just the beginning of a new kind of electric performance story.